Welcome to your Tea Time Tip. I'm Terry Miskolczi, Director of Instruction for Brown Golf here in Bluffton, South Carolina. Today's tip is on practicing, and practicing with a purpose, because there's something you're going to get out of it if you have a purpose for your practice. Let's go to the practice tee, and I'll tell you why. When you go out to practice, have a specific purpose in mind. Now that purpose is directly related to how you played your game of golf. So when you walk onto the practice tee, the first thing you always revisit, and no matter how good you are, you revisit your setup routine. Now remember, your setup routine encompasses what? Aiming the golf club, placing your hands on the grip, establishing constant ball position, balance on your feet, your posture, and then how you balance between front side and back side. You'll always hear me say front side and back side because I have my left-handed friends out there and I don't want to say lefts and rights. So I always say front side, back side, top hand, bottom hand. Okay, that's your setup routine. Now if that's getting in your way, you have to improve your setup routine for a specific purpose. What? To get your golf swing going the right direction. Now when you go out to play, if you're running into a problem where you're hitting a top shot or a fat shot, and a fat shot means that you hit the turf before the ground. What happens is, when you go out to play, you are either changing an elevation up, which means you have to come back down, or you're changing an elevation down, which means you have to come back up. Those two changes create either the top shot or the turf ball shot. Now, if you're a golfer who's having a problem hitting the ball sideways, hitting it to the left or hitting it to the right, then that means that as you begin to move, you are making a change sideways or sideways. So there's a side sway that's going on. Remember, the purpose is to get your signature going on line. And if you start to move to the side or you start to move to the side, bank on it, you're going to find your swing moving sideways. So there is a purpose for your practicing. If you find that you hit the toe of the golf club or the heel of the golf club, that tells you that when you're moving, that you're either moving towards the balls of your feet or towards the heels of your feet. So when you're catching the ends of the golf club, your practice says, how well can I maintain this position as I go back? Because if I move forward or if I move backward, I'm going to run the risk of hitting the toe of the golf club or the heel of the golf club. If you're changing the angle, the face of the club, then you have to take a look at how your hands are placed on the grip of the golf club. And are they placed correctly? But when you swing, do you let go of your hands? Because the hands have to stay together from the beginning of the swing till you finish the follow-through of the swing. And if the hands separate, then they get in the way of changing the angle, the face of the golf club. So you have a purpose in your practicing, and the purpose comes from how you played on the golf course. So you have top shot, fat shot, you have to eliminate this elevation. Side shot, you have to eliminate the side sway. This, hitting toe or heel, you have to eliminate the forward and backward. The hands help control the angle, the face of the golf club. So you have to learn to keep the hands together. Now why is this practice having a purpose to it? Because whatever you practice stays permanent. That's your tip for today. See you next week.